Good evening. Hello. Hello. Everyone, this is Dr. Willie Jolley.
This is Detail with Jolley.
She has to live with this all the time, but she's a cutie, so I keep her. I'm going to keep her anyway. I told her if she leave me, I'm coming with her. So, greetings to everybody across America and around the world now, we understand, who are joining in. Thank you for joining in. I want to thank you for a couple of things. For one, joining in. For two, for sharing this and hitting love, 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 and the little hearts and the little smiles. Because when you do that, it gives the algorithms juice to say, hey, this is something that's good. And then people who don't know about it get these little messages, hey, you better tune into this one. This is hot. So I want to thank you. Keep sharing it. Keep telling people about Happily Married Mondays with the Jolleys. Our goal is the same that we've had since we launched our book. The book is Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last.
What's happening to the light? Why is
10,
the light in and out?
I don't know. 10 Secrets for Shaping a Great Marriage. And so the book is second printing, and we're grateful for the people who have joined us as a result of that. So,
All right, let's go to Hot Topic.
we got
first.
a lot to talk about tonight.
We're getting better organized because I said he's like difficult to control.
Stop. Before you go there, marriage seminar coming up February 22nd is going to be live here in Washington, and
Online.
it's going to be online simulcast, so you and your
Streamed or whatever the proper
stream,
word is.
y'all both can watch it in your pajamas from your home.
And that way you can ask questions in the privacy of your own home.
That's right. So it'll be at it's called the Jolly Marriage Magic.
No,
Seminar.
sweetheart.
Oh, what is it called?
Make love, make money, make magic.
Oh, okay. Make love, make money, make magic.
Yep.
And
That was what you decided.
And where can I got a lot of ideas. So where do people go to register?
Jollymarriage.com
/magic.
/magic.
It's jollymarriage.com/magic.
Yes.
So, and it's a great price. We made it affordable for you and your spouse. Jump on now. The ones that are going to be live here, limited space. Globally, unlimited. So, boom.
At
Okay,
least check out the information online.
let's go. Let's go
Okay,
to it. You got
so
stuff you want to do.
Hot button question.
Hot button.
Hot button question this week. You want to read?
Nope, you read it.
Okay, my husband and I disagree on how to discipline our teenage son. When I asked my son to complete his chores, he was disrespectful as usual. I yelled at him, and I always feel like the only disciplinarian. My husband doesn't say a word, but when he does, he lets my son off the hook about being disrespectful to me, his mom. I'm angry with my husband. He never takes the lead on discipline. And I fear our son will fall in with the wrong crowd. Not even finish high school. He's a know-it-all too. Help.
She's also concerned about he not only being disrespectful to her, but to authorities. And that could lead to much worse than not finishing school. Could lead to incarceration, death. And she didn't want to go through all of it. So here's what we want to say. First of all, that this is something that is...
What you actually said to her.
Yes. I had
recent conversation.
Recent. And I want to share this because we've had this come up in other conversations with other couples, that there are different parenting styles, and often someone feels like they have not been valued and respected. So I told her, okay, when she touches me, y'all know when she touches me, I stop like,
The overriding issue is communication.
That's right. The overriding issue is communication.
Because we know the three main reasons that marriages have major problems: sex, money, Communication.
Doop, doop.
And so communication doesn't necessarily mean just talking to each other. It's how you talk to each other, how you communicate in your environment and in your culture. And the first thing that I thought of as I was actually listening to this situation was, this is a communication problem between the husband and the wife.
Right. So a couple things I shared. One, that we go back to what works. Systems are what work for us. We haven't had an argument, going on 35 years of marriage, haven't had an argument in over 33 years because we developed some systems that we were taught, some of them by wise mentors who were great marriage mentors, and some we developed over time because we realized this was not going to do well. It wasn't what we were doing.
And some of it,
let me finish. We were not serving us well. So we want to make sure what we were doing was serving us well.
Now, some of this is that we also came from homes where we had modeling.
Yeah, we did.
So modeling and mentors.
Well, mentors, models, okay, great. But bottom line is, we had to learn how to stop arguing. Our models wasn't working when we was arguing, obviously.
We didn't employ.
It wasn't working,
like
but
my
we got
mom
some.
and dad
Yeah, but we
were
got some
excellent models.
Yeah.
I never seen them argue. But then my daddy didn't yell at my mama like you yelled at me at the Chinese restaurant, at the carry-out counter. We won't go there. Okay. So
That was a night that almost broke up our marriage. If you don't have to go into the story now, but get the book.
Okay, let's go back.
Now, I said, okay, a couple things here. One is that the wife felt disrespected, not just by the son, but by the husband, because he did not take her side. I said, let's go back to what the book says, the system we created, that we share with couples. We share everywhere because they work. Systems work. Be friendly. Be frank. Be fair. Be focused on a positive win-win relationship ending to this. Be friendly. Don't start off hostile. Don't be angry. Don't come out angry because people put up defense mechanisms. And she said, oh, that's a problem because I get angry quickly. And when I get angry, my mouth changes. My words change. Cuss words come out of my mouth. I said, okay, dial it back. When you feel yourself getting angry.
She has to develop a pattern interrupt.
Which
means she has to change her behavior, which is not easy.
No, but you got to be mindful of it. I'm getting angry. I know that this does.
I want to kill you, so now I need to get. That's why we don't really argue, because I have two speeds. I'm all in, or I want to kill you.
That's right.
So, and I know I can't kill the golden goose.
No, you can't kill the golden goose.
So I have to be.
So a pattern interrupt, by the definition, is that you have a pattern. That when you get angry, stuff comes out of your mouth that is not good. So you know that's the pattern. Or you might cuss, you might holler, you might scream.
So before.
So when you
feel yourself moving in that direction,
you've got to get the discipline to say, this is not going to end well. It never ends well. It never ends well. You don't get what you want, or you don't get the best result. So dial it back, count to 10. That's the reason why they say count to 10. Or take a deep breath, or go for a walk. I had to go for a ride one time. Interrupt the pattern so that it doesn't continue. And that way you can work through this problem with your spouse. So first, be friendly. Then be frank. Now be frank, again, I keep saying this over and over. It's not you did this, or you did that, or you did. That doesn't work. Here's what works. Frank, this is how that made me feel. This is how that made me feel.
This is how that behavior, or what you said,
or that activity made me feel.
Mm-hmm.
So be friendly, be frank, be fair. Now, one of the things I told her was that you got to be mindful of this. Moms and sons have different relationships than dads and sons. And dads and daughters have a different relationship often than moms and daughters. It is just true. So there are things that William, my son, and I talk about in a way that we talk that might not be how he talks to his mother,
No,
or they
it's not
did.
the same.
Not the same. So we have a different relationship. And so I said, what I want you to be mindful of, that he has a relationship established, and maybe when he gets up to not go in on him, that's because of their relationship. So then,
and take her side.
And take her side. So then I said, being friendly, be frank, be fair, is also ask before you spout off and make bad judgments or say things. Ask, why don't you tell me how you see this?
Meaning the father?
Yes,
Asking the husband.
asking him so you can listen.
Mm.
There's a time when you need to listen. There might be some enlightenment that can come here to say, wow, I never saw that. I never thought of that. I never considered that. Be friendly, be frank, be fair. Then finally be focused on a win-win. Y'all both want the same goal for this young man, to be successful. You want him to not have trouble, not be in trouble with the law, finish school, go on to get a good job, start a company, be successful, buy y'all a home, whatever. Y'all have the same goal, that you want him to do well. And so, if you think win-win toward the goal. So one of the things I told him was, right out the book, our friends who say in the book, one of their strategies is, rather than fighting each other over a problem, they fight the problem. They gang up on the problem. They throw the problem on the other side of the net, and the problem becomes what they are going out of, or the opponent, rather than each other. So that's what I shared. And so go friendly, frank, fair, focus, and then make the problem the opponent. They become a team, and they work on fixing the problem.
I think working on their relationship would be a benefit to helping to solve the problem in terms of...
Oh, I agree.
dealing with
Now,
their
well,
children.
we were talking about two different things,
Yeah.
okay? One of them is, how do they solve this issue in particular, the four F's?
Mm-hmm.
But they do have to work on their relationship. They have to work on their communication. And
Because I think it would lessen the problem if they're both on the same page, speaking the same language.
yes, I agreed. Well, that's what we had to do. We had to do that.
So
And
being
when
disrespectful.
we had a blended family. Let's see, we got a
Right.
good question
So
here.
being disrespectful to each other.
Yes, Anthony. Yep, make the problem the opponent, and that's really what it is. If you do that, that has
Yes.
such a profound impact on your relationship. Look, we want your relationships to win. We want you to win. My new site, by the way, no, I better not announce it yet.
No, it's not ready
It's
yet.
not yet ready yet. But for those who listen to me on Erica Campbell, Get Up Morning with Erica Campbell every morning. If you're not in your area, you can go to getuperica.com at 8:20 every morning to hear my message. 8:20 Eastern Time, 7:20 Central Time. Getuperica.com so you can hear my daily message. And we're getting so many calls from people. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. All right.
GetUpErica.com. Okay, that was a hot button question.
All right, that was a hot
okay,
button.
back to the topic for today, which is what you wrote about. The topic is, where are you going as a couple?
Where are you going as a couple? And that really focuses on goals. Isn't that right?
Yes.
And we're going to give you, is it 7?
It's probably 9 or so. Let's be quick because
All right.
we're already...
Hopefully we can get them all in.
Okay.
Okay.
So the topic, where are you going as a couple? Here's a great kind of analogy. Visualize a rope. And a rope has like 3 strands to it. 3 strands. Egyptians invented rope to help them build their pyramids. The rope's strength is in the weaving of the strands of 3 into a basic cord that makes the rope. And Ecclesiastes 4:12 says, a cord of 3 strands is not quickly torn apart. So, in other words, what you do together has much more power than what you do alone.
Right. Now
So
let me tell you how that
the two
works.
of you and God,
Yep.
an unbeatable combination.
There you
which
go.
takes us to why doing goals as a couple is important.
Yep.
Not that individual is not necessary also, but what you two together is more powerful. Okay, go.
Absolutely. If you take a horse by itself, one horse that by itself can pull 1,500 pounds, and you put it with another horse that by itself could pull 1,000 pounds, you would think that the two of them together could pull 2,500 pounds. But that's not so. When you take the 1,500 pound horse capacity and the 1,000 pounds together, they can pull 4,400 pounds. Why is that? That's because of the momentum, the third force that is joining them, the momentum that joins into the process. So when a husband and a wife and God are working together, and you got a mindset of we in this to win together, it creates momentum that helps you win in your marriage. So that's why we say you set goals. I have individual goals that I'm working on for my health. I went to the trainer this morning and asked what was my perfect goal for my body fat. He told me my index, what according to my age and everything, I'm gonna set that goal. That's what I'm gonna shoot for. I know my weight goal, I already had that. Now I got my body fat index goal, and then I've got my goals of what I got to do to get there. I've got a certain amount of push-ups I got to do daily, sit-ups I got to do daily. I've got to eat. I've got a goal for eating. We have a, just so you know, we share everything. We have a intermittent fast weekly. We fast 1 day a week. Have been for years.
Well, he fasts 1 day a week. I now fast 2 days a week.
Yeah, I fast 1 day a week. Okay, I do one.
Well.
Anyway, now look. Okay, so we got an intermittent fast. So we got a goal. We got a health goal. So I know my health goal. So I got my individual goals. She has her individual goals. But then we have our couples goals. Okay, we have a goal for couples. We had some folks over here yesterday. We got a group called 98.6. I'm going to share more about that later in the next. There's tremendous music that I'm involved with releasing. I had some friends come over. One of them said, I hadn't seen your house since y'all renovated. It's fantastic. And I said, you know what? We set a goal, how we wanted to build an addition. Want to build an addition to the house, an addition to the office. So we built an addition. We set a goal, and then we worked on our goal together for how the house is supposed to look, and we worked on that. We also had goals for financial. We had goals for our family. So, have you set your goals?
And the goals change as you reach one. Then you set a different goal.
That's right.
Because
that's right.
now you can see further. So let's go to some of the
another
steps.
step. If you have XM, you do want to hear my show this week with the legendary, iconic Jim Ball, the late, great Jim Ball. This interview was recorded about 12 years ago. He died 10 years ago. But he's the one who taught me about goals, the power of goals. And I encourage you to listen to it, watch it. If you don't have XM, it will be on my podcast, Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways podcast next week. Go ahead.
Okay,
All right.
So here we go. Talk about your dreams and goals and your fears. Sometimes that's kind of difficult.
Yes.
So I have a fear of the house not being paid for. There's something for me, security for me is having the house paid off.
Completely paid off. Even though we've had financial planners, financial analysts, financial people who say don't pay off the house, which I was with.
I don't care.
And she did. So we had different opinions.
So then emotionally, see, we're talking about what makes me secure. What makes me feel secure? And then we were talking about what if something happens to each of us? What are we going to do? What do you think about? What would you do if I suddenly dropped dead or died in a plane crash like Kobe Bryant? You need to talk about those things.
You need to talk about
Yes.
it. You need. I talked last week about health and life insurance. That it was critical that everybody has life insurance if you got a family who's depending on you or has some influence.
So let's go back to number one. Together over dinner, coffee, tea, drinks, whatever. Talk about your dreams and goals.
Right.
What do you want to do individually? What are the rest of your dreams and goals that you want to do? And what is it that you want to do? You want to move. You want to go to Florida and live when it's cold here. I'm like,
She couldn't care
I got
less.
a fur coat, but I'll go wherever he goes. So that's like okay. I like studying and reading. I said, you know what? I want to go back to law school in my old age. You don't want to go back to law school, so I really want to practice. I like the learning. I'm fascinated by how you can use the same words and have a completely different conclusion, which is what's going on Capitol Hill. It's crazy, but I love that. So how do I experience words in that sense. Same words, different outcome.
Right. All right.
All right.
Next.
So number 2, then each of you must write down your individual goals.
Right. Goals that are not written are not
They're not real.
real. They got to be written. They must be written. Your individual goals. My individual goals are above my bed on one side. I know my individual goals, and I've written them down. Then she has her individual goal, and then we have vision boards. Okay, each one of us has a vision board.
So I write my goals. So my goals are in my phone, but they're also on paper in a little booklet. For me, there's something about also handwriting the goals.
Yeah, it's important to write them down at least once so that your mind can get that picture of
Yes.
that written goal. Okay?
Then you share your goals with each other, which we do, and because we work together too, we talk about these things ongoing. And you share your goals with each other. Then, you, like you said, a vision board.
Yeah.
Now, I can tell you, my vision board is in my office, and I look at my vision board every day. Because part of my vision board that I have is a set of abs that I want. So every time I think about that I want a piece of candy, which I should not have, and I have to make sure there's no candy around, I have to throw it away, I see the lady's abs, and I think, that could be me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about a 25-year-old either. So there's hope.
That's right.
There you go.
All right.
Did I do 4? Discuss your individual dreams and goals and how what you each want to do can work together.
Right.
How you support each other.
Work
That's
together.
number
I'm
4.
trying to help her with her goals. She helps me with my goals.
Yes.
And we work together, okay?
So, and then 5, it says, clarify your individual visions. Discuss what it looks like when you support each other's dreams and goals.
And that's a big thing about the supporting each other. Even if they sound outrageous and crazy, I encourage you to say to, if women say to your men, yeah, you can do it. I'm with you. And men say to your lady, your woman, your wife, your significant other, say, you know what? Someone brilliant and bright like you, this is done. We're going to get this done. I support you 100%. And encourage them. Because people go to bed so much in America and around the world, not starving for food, but for appreciation and encouragement.
So certainly you want to encourage your mate. I was giving a presentation one time, and the lady said to me, what do you do when your husband is an idiot? And I thought to myself for a moment, and this particular lady was pregnant, and I thought to myself, then I just simply said, so you're saying to me you married an idiot. Then what does that make you? So if my husband were not the brightest bulb in the pack, because I married him, I'm going to help him be bright.
You know what I tell people when they talk about Dee? I said, she really has no filter. She really does say it like she thinks. And it comes out. No filter. No filter. Okay, next.
Okay, all right. So then, discuss emergencies. What are you going to do? We kind of talked about that.
We talked about that.
But
What is your worst case scenario?
But scenario, emergencies.
Financial, health, family. How do you handle them? What happens?
And what if the primary person, or both of you are primary, because you're both bringing in money that supports the mortgage, the house, the health, and everything, and one person becomes ill? Do you know where all the money is?
Right.
How many months can you go without missing a mortgage payment?
Right. Now let me tell you something. We were talking about the fact that if something happened to one of us, what happens to, where do you go? Now, people make jokes about, I'm going to come back and haunt you and all that kind of foolishness. Well, that's funny if you want to talk. But I mean, for real deal, what happens with your life? And have you talked about it without insecurity? If I died, I don't know what she's going to do with her life. Well, she might want companionship, whatever. I just want to make sure I did my part on this side.
Right.
I did my part on this side.
And we talked about that. He's my best friend. So it's like I've said to him, I die, I would expect, because he really is a good man, that he would find another companion. He likes being with me. I think part of it, he likes the female companionship and all the benefits that I provide for him. And so if he chose to get married again, I have no problem with that. And here's why. Because he would never find anybody who can do all of the things that I do for him, and plus I'm smart on top of it. Hello.
And amen. That's true. So we talk about it.
Yeah.
Also, we talk to our kids about what happens. You know, we fly a lot. Now, what happens? God forbid something happened to us, the plane go down. We don't plan on it. I tell people every day, I'm planning to live a long life, and I'm planning to die young at an old age. I'm planning to die.
But you have to be
but
prepared.
we
That's
talk
because
about
you
it.
care.
Because we talk about it, and I told them, here's what we want you to do. Here's the service I want. Here's the songs I want. Here's how we want to be remembered. You know? So,
I need to put it in writing.
yeah.
And we're revising our will and trust again on Friday.
Yeah.
Hello.
Again. All right.
7. Now that you know how you will plan to handle your emergencies, go back to your dream list if you need to revise it again. Now that you've talked about those things which are uncomfortable. Okay?
Yeah.
And now write your goals again.
For your
Individual
couples
goals
and then your couple
goals.
Right.
Okay? And then you need to prioritize.
Next year and the decade. Now, one of the things we've been
Yes.
talking about is how now this is time to prepare for the decade. Where do
Which is
you...
very different than before. We're
Yeah.
talking about yearly. We're talking about
This
decade.
is important because where do you want to be at the end, at December 31st, 2029? What does your life look like? Can you forecast what it would look like, a great goal to hit by that day? Where do you want to be? I know one of the things we want to be, I told you I want to be in Florida. I want to have a plane to take me back and forth to Florida, my own plane. I'm not going to fly it. I'm not going to fly the plane, and I'm going to get a pilot who don't be taking no chances, all right? Who don't be taking no chances. Anyway.
Who doesn't just fly visually.
No, we got to have the instrument. It's got to be instrument rated. Anyway, but I won't have a plane because I can't fly. I wouldn't be able to fly. She gave me flight lessons, but I'm way too optimistic. I'd say, oh.
Okay, back on
Anyway,
top.
we can make this one, I'm sure. Anyway, no, okay, go ahead. Next. And then you got to make your goals.
So I said prioritize when you stop me. Prioritize your goal as to what goal you want to tackle first.
Right.
You tackle that one, and then you go down the list. And when you prioritize your goals, then you have to do what in your podcasting and what Jim Ball talked about is you have sub goals.
Now, Dale just said in
smaller-
10 years, Alexander will be a senior in high school. And so at that point,
Wow.
y'all have prepared for him to go to college.
Yeah.
Y'all will be empty nesters if both the
You'll
boys...
have your 529 plan paid for college, or he will go to community college, then transfer those over to the full college that costs $100,000 a year by that time.
But you will have it all planned out.
Yes.
10 years. So you set the goal, what you want to do, where you want to be. So that's a great one. Your kid will be in high schools. Finishing high school. So we talk about these things, and we talk about all of them, okay? All of them. Okay.
And we didn't get there overnight. A lot of the stuff, like Willie said, of course we did not know.
Yeah.
But as we ran into difficulties, we
Speaking
had
of,
mentors.
Speaking of goal seminar, let me give, because so many people have asked about how they can access the goal seminar. It was the best goal seminar we ever had, and it was the first time we ever streamed it, and you can actually purchase the stream at williejolly.com/win, and it's a tremendous goal-setting seminar for you and your spouse to do together. It goes through very detailed, getting you to stretch your thinking. williejolly.com/win. All right. Okay. What was SMART goals? We talked about that. All right.
So once you decide on the order of your goals, take that first one, the biggest one you want to hit, and you got to come up with sub goals or small goals that are measurable. Because the thing that discourages people with resolutions and all these, I'm going to lose 50 pounds and I'm going to try to do it in 30 days, which doesn't
Or they say
work.
I'm going to lose weight. They just say I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get
So you
slim.
have to break it down in the tiniest element so that you can succeed at it. If you're going to, say, lose 50 pounds within 6 months, how do you start? Maybe it's a half a pound a week.
Right.
How do you get to a half a pound a week? A half a pound a week says, I can't have cake. Or I can only have cake on the weekends, right?
Right.
Well,
We're
my
on
downfall
Sunday.
is I like Pepsi Cola, so I can't even have Pepsi in the house.
Right. We won't go there. So anyway, I don't want to go there because our time is almost up. Look, we got one more minute.
Teeny weeny goals.
So look, goals. We got to get back to this. We got more to come.
Go ahead.
Please send us your hot topics. by email.
A hot button issue,
Hot
particular
button
question.
that we can try and answer. We'll take one a week. info@williejolly.com. info@williejolly.com. We want to help. Second, we want you to register now for the marriage seminar. It's going to be on February 20th. Saturday, February 22nd. If you want to be here,
make love, make money, make magic
in our space with us
10 to
live, then you need to do that immediately. Because once that's sold out, that's sold out. Now you'll be
and
able
then
to
they can get
the goal setting seminar at williejolly.com/win. WIN. We want you to win with your goals. So win, goal setting seminar, marriage seminar the 22nd. This Sunday I'll be in Baltimore at Messiah Christian Church. And so if you're in the Baltimore area, come and join us. 2 services there on Sunday. And
is that 9 and 11?
I don't remember.
I think it's 9 and 11.
Okay, great. And then we also want you to know that you can get the book, autographed copies of the book at jollymarriage.com. You can get the book, you can get the audio book, you can get the seminar on CD, which is dynamite, and you can get the workbook. Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last workbook. And that's all at jollymarriage.com, and you can get it digitally at jollymarriage.com. If you're overseas, don't want to pay for shipping, you can get that and just download it and go through it on your computer. Our time is up.
Okay, we got to have a closing thought.
We overtime.
We got to have a closing thought. I thought this would be helpful.
All right.
Surprise your spouse. Do something unexpected this week, out of the ordinary for you, that is positive and wonderful. And it doesn't have to be expensive. Surprise them. And then share your reaction. Next week. Jolly out.
Jolly out. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.